on this episode of the TJ Thorpe Show.
So January 31st, basketball game against Middle Creek. Right knee kind of caves in. But next day, swollen, all that. Go for MRI, come back torn ACL, completely torn. Not like on the top or the bottom, like right in the middle, completely torn. Definitely slowed down my recruiting, and it's been tough, but I'm gonna try to come back. Yep.
And you can't say this obviously, but I can because I've already played. ECU, I don't think you guys won enough games where you don't need a great quarterback. What's going on, everybody? It's TJ Thorpe, and you're tuned into another episode of the TJ Thorpe Show. And on this episode, again, I came back. I keep making, round trips, I guess, but I'm back at Panther Creek here in Cary, North Carolina, and I'm with a really outstanding young man. I heard his story personally, and it spoke to me, being somebody who's battled a lot of injuries, but just the fact that I can't understand why he wouldn't be at the top of everybody's board. But without further ado, we have Amari Odom, Panther Creek quarterback.
Yes, sir.
Starting point guard, all-world, baseball, basketball, football. You can't beat me in golf, though. But outside of that, man, it's a pleasure, to have you here. It's a pleasure you take the time. But let's just jump right on into it. Talk about how you got into sports. Obviously, you didn't shy away from any sport. So what is your favorite sport? We'll start there, and then Lord, it's gonna be a difficult episode, y'all. I can tell you now, this boy like everything. Okay, so football. We'll stick to football. How did you get into football, big dog?
Football, growing up in California, me and my brother, we always did all the sports, everything you could think of. But football stuck out to me because, I found out my pops played football at the highest level.
Okay.
So, I just kind of stayed with it, and I knew that was something I wanted to do from a young age, and it just stuck with me.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned pops played football. Where did he play? College, pro, beyond?
He played at Cal
Okay.
Berkeley up in Oakland, in California area.
Okay.
And then he come back down home to San Diego, where he's from, and he also played in the CFL, Canadian Football League.
There you go. Shout out to the CFL. I know I got CFL ties. I know your dad probably knows what a good poutine is. So there you go. So right then and there, as y'all can see, it doesn't stop. I'm telling y'all now, I met his family. It doesn't stop at Pops. Talk about your mom.
Mom, head women's basketball coach, been all over, UCLA, Cal, Duke, back home California, now Central, played at Cal, that's where they met, played overseas, played in the WNBA, Houston Comets, Miami Soul. She been a lot of places.
So mom's really the athlete, and everybody else just kind of falls in line.
Everybody say that, but I mean, we all got it here.
Okay, so you mentioned Duke, you mentioned a lot of the schools in the Triangle. Did she coach at Carolina by chance?
She did coach at Carolina.
I knew I liked your mom.
2012, 2014,
There you go.
#1 recruiting class at Carolina.
And so we can expect, obviously she knows about recruiting, both of your parents.
Yep.
And then here you are on that same track, highly recruited guy. And then, so let's get into, did you play Pop Warner in the area?
I didn't.
You didn't play Pop Warner?
So we moved with her job. We moved back and forth.
Got you.
Around every 4 years. So I couldn't play Pop Warner here, but I did play Durham Firebirds for a couple years.
Okay.
I played Oak Grove Pirates, but back home in California, Tustin Cobras, Irvine Chargers, all that. Shout out Irvine Chargers.
And shout out to Firebirds coach Christian, one of my homeboys coaching the 14U's over there.
Okay.
So hopefully we can get us a championship. So then when did you fall in love with have you always been a quarterback? Or I know you're a tall guy, so you might have been a receiver. I don't know. Or you just always been under center?
So first time we was out here in California, about 2010 for Firebirds, I was playing quarterback.
There you go.
So when we moved back out to California, Tustin Cobras are my charge. I was a tight end, DN, and a running back. So that was where I loved to carry the ball, getting little moves in.
There you go.
But when I moved back out here, played for Oak Grove, I did switch to quarterback, and ever since then I've been quarterback. So first love.
So scouting report, everybody at Jordan High School. See, I got him to tell on himself. There you go. Jordan High School, scouting report, everybody in the area. The reason y'all can't bring him down is because your boy was a running back. So there you go. So now we keep the pocket open. I mean, don't collapse on them. Stay in your lanes, all that good stuff. All right. So You play quarterback. What makes you a great, better yet, what made quarterback stand out?
To me, quarterbacks stand out because they got to know every position on the field, like know what everybody's doing. And they also got to know what the defense is doing to make the right read, to get the ball in the end zone. You know, got to put points up on the board. So growing up, Cam Newton was my guy. I kind of get comparison to him being 6'5".
There you go.
So just Cam, his energy on the field, just knowing what everybody's doing, trying to put the ball in the end zone, winning most importantly.
Sure.
That's just kind of what stuck out to me as a quarterback.
We're going to put you on the spot early. Panther Creek right now. Give me one of y'all's, they don't got to give me the name, but give me the concept, so to speak.
I say weak side, we got a hitch in the corner. Strong side, we got a corner from the slot and then a post, backside post. Okay. Mainly for a cover 2. Not trying to put nothing out there, but cover 2. I'll take the snap, drop back, try to look up that cover 2 safety, get him the bottom of that weak side corner, and then hit the post coming through the middle.
Okay. So, since you talked about knowing what everybody does, you talked about the 2 receivers, you talked about what the defense is going to do or what you're trying to get them to do. All right, so tell me, protection-wise, because obviously, if they ain't blocking, you ain't throwing. So tell me, protection-wise, what type of protection you got for that play, why that's important, and then maybe go through what you might tell your running back to make sure he picks up a blitz or something.
So protection-wise, O-line getting a deep drop, because I'm taking my 5-step drop to get the reads. So protection-wise, O-line's doing their 5-step. I'm going to tell my running back, depends on what the linebackers are doing. If they biting on the hitches outside, they going to the flats. I'm going to tell him check release, as in he going to check, see if any extra defenders are coming, linebackers, corners, and he going to release to the strong side.
What would make you go right to that running back right now?
If that backside safety, that strong side safety in the cover 2, if he doesn't bite on the post and that corner stays home with the corner, I know that linebacker is not getting to that running back in the flat. So I'm going to dump it off to him. He got easy first down.
And so he's probably not getting to that running back because he's most likely dropped underneath.
He's dropping it. Yep. Perfect. Exactly.
So, as y'all can see, we're just getting started. Just getting started. The young man knows exactly what he's supposed to do, knows what your son's supposed to do, knows what your friend's son's supposed to do, and knows what your homegirl's son's supposed to do too. And why? Because as you spoke to, the intelligence piece. This isn't something that just you started overnight. This is something you grew through, and obviously invest a lot of time in, so kudos to you.
Thank you.
So now we get into Panther Creek in itself. Obviously you didn't start there. I want to hit you right now. Ooh, I want to hit him right now. So you started where?
I did start my freshman year at Jordan High School in Durham, AKA his school.
That's what I said. Yeah. That's what I said. Okay, go ahead.
But then COVID happened, in the freshman year into 2020.
You gonna blame COVID, huh?
Hey, COVID gave me opportunity to come over here, so I took that opportunity. COVID happened, came over here. Coach Crocker, football coach, Coach Shawan, basketball coach, they welcomed me with open arms.
I would imagine. Come on.
Came over here.
I welcome you too. Oh, I got one. Yes. Woo! Okay, go ahead.
They welcomed me with open arms coming to my sophomore year, but as you know, the basketball season was before football. That all didn't happen until 2021. But I've been here ever since. Kind of making a change senior year, but
yeah, no,
right.
I'm aware you've been here ever since, and it's frustrating. And because of that, we are not covering any more Panther Creek games. All right, so you mentioned, I'm jealous that you're a 2-sport athlete, 3-sport athlete. You probably do something else. But I'm jealous because you're obviously not at Jordan. And I know I'm entitled to that, rightfully so. But I want you to tell them why I'm jealous, and I'll make that make sense. What types of things do you bring to the table as a quarterback and as a leader?
As a quarterback, I think I just bring the energy up from everybody, keep the positive spirits up. If somebody's doing something wrong, I'm going to lift them up, to make them know it's next play mentality. You're always going to move forward to the next play. And just as an athlete, as a quarterback, I'm going to just try to keep something going. If something's not there, I'm going to try to make something happen and, just try to win.
The biggest
Simple
thing.
as that.
Always win. And obviously y'all have done a good bit of that. I mean, it's not like y'all out here not making the playoffs, not going to second, third round of playoffs. But that's a lot of the intangibles. You mentioned, you talked about the team and how they feel and their spirits throughout the game. Why is that important as a leader to make sure that those around you are playing at a high level or have good spirits?
That's important to me just because everybody got to be on the same page in order to win. So if somebody's doing their own thing, trying to be away from the group, from the team aspect of it, then it's not going to work out. We're not going to go as far as we want to. We're not going to win as many games, not going to put as much points up on the board. So I'm just trying to get everybody as the one page, one sound, just try to do as much as we can together.
I love that.
Win.
One page, one sound. For those of you a little older, if you watch Drumline, one band, one sound, Dr. King. Yeah, oh, anyway, okay. So y'all know I be playing and doing a little bit, but so then you get into there, you're making plays, energy, you're leading, you're doing all the right things. And then obviously you have some unfortunate things out of your control happen. Part of football, part of the game is injury. So I'll go through my little spiel here. So obviously my career was cut short due to injury. Went entire football career from 4 years old up until high school. Actually, my senior year, I might have sprained my ankle once, right? And missed the game against Green Hope. And this was like 0-20 Green Hope too. So I was like, I hadn't missed the season up. You know, I go to Carolina, freshman All-American, returning kicks, all that good stuff, right? And then I finally get struck with some adversity. So I break my foot, my fifth met, break it going into my sophomore year. So I missed my first football season, or any season for that matter, any sport, since I was 4 years old. So that was my first time ever going through that. And so I know the mental toll it took on me. You know, I wasn't traveling with the team. I wasn't able to get in reps. Yeah. There's people playing behind me that I know, you know, aren't doing the job the way that I would do it, so to speak. But I always think about, you know, fighting to get back, what it took, you know, the chip I had on my shoulder, you know, the grind I had, and then to have that happen again and again, so 3 times, right? And then just kind of derailed, you know, you have a hamstring here, all the things that come with football. But the one thing that always kept me sane, the one thing that always kept me going was I knew I had that opportunity to play next year. I had that opportunity because I was on scholarship, I was there, my teammates were around me. But you're in a situation now where you're a highly recruited guy. You know, D1s, 1AAs, you know, whatever you want to call them, they all know exactly who you are and what you bring to the table. But you were faced with a little bit of adversity yourself. Talk about what happened to you in January, coming into your senior year. Talk about the mindset it's put you in, and then we'll kind of go from there and have a conversation about what's going on in Amari's world.
So January 31st, basketball game against Middle Creek. I don't like to say this, but I get ripped. Like, get the ball stolen.
He's a competitor in the interview, my God.
I try to recover it, get it back, try to go up for the block. I land awkward on my right leg, right knee kind of caves in. But next day, it's swollen, all that. Tell the trainer, test it out. He doesn't think it's anything serious, so I just feel a swollen knee. 2 days later, and rest of the season, basketball season, I play all the way to the state championship.
Time. Boom. Stop. I was always told everybody you're supposed to know a difference between hurt and injured. Now, granted, as an athlete, you probably shouldn't, you know, you wouldn't know that, but there's a difference between hurt and injured. Injured means you cannot play. Hurt means put some dirt on it, Band-Aid, bend it, and let's roll. So there's some of y'all trainers out there who may not want to hear that. Too bad. You playing football, that's what happens, or any sport. That's the way it should be. And I know I'm saying the right things because I got people behind me nodding their head yes, and they know more about sports than everybody out here. So with that being said, you're telling me you went through from January to April, or December really, to April with a torn ACL.
Torn ACL.
Still playing.
Still playing.
At a high level.
Very high level.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So,
we're going to call you Wolverine after this too. Go ahead.
Played through that all the way state championship in basketball. Unfortunately, we lose, but played through that, had a good game. Play, I would say, another month on it with AAU, Garner Road. Play a few tournaments on that. Finally get it checked out. About to start this Vertimax program. Finally get it checked out. It was like Now you got to get the knee checked out. We don't want to start till then. Go for MRI. Come back torn ACL, completely torn. Not like on the top or the bottom, like right in the middle, completely torn. And got a little long scar here. Yeah, so hurt my ACL January, didn't get surgery till April 29th. And fortunately gonna miss the football season this year, my senior year.
So 2 takeaways from this. So first, you tear your ACL, and then you take your high school team to the state championship on a torn ACL. Who did y'all play?
Play Weddington.
Weddington. Oh, this is even better. Anthony Boone. Yeah, you guys. Y'all barely won. Understand that. Barely. And the man had a hurt wheel. So you know if he has that wheel right, I don't even got to say that. Y'all kids enjoy your state championship, but you know what's real. Anyway, so then you go from there. You go play at a high level, you go to the state championship, and then you say, oh, okay, that's not enough. I'm going to go play AAU now. Because you're an athlete. That's what you do. You jump from sport to sport to sport because you love to compete, right?
Yep.
And so you do all of this, and then you find out, oh, crap, it's fully torn. So because of all the time you spent playing and leading and competing and doing all those things through injury, due to that time now you probably may be at risk to missing your full senior football season.
Yep.
So where are you mentally when you get that news?
Mentally, it was kind of a shocker because I'm thinking all through high school I'm gonna have this great senior year, go on to college, be a 2-sport athlete, and senior years have all that senior perks and all that.
Yeah, homecoming king because you're handsome. Look, the boy is handsome. So look, zoom in on him. Look at him. The boy smiling like granny. He ain't been to the barber yet, but that's all right. Because if he looked like this without the barber,
need a cut.
Lord God Almighty, hide your daughters when he get the cut.
So it was just kind of a shocker, all in. Up until I had the surgery, it was tough telling the team especially because they was doing spring football workouts. It was tough telling them that, you know, I'm not gonna be with y'all this season. Basketball coaches, Coach Juan, all my basketball teams, they was kind of in shock. They was like, dang, we did all this with you, and now we kind of gonna have to move forward without you.
Right.
So it was just kind of tough. Up until I had the surgery, I mean, I was in good spirits. I really thought I was gonna cry, and once I realized it all, but I mean, never cried about it yet. Just having positive spirits, you know, having PT very, very often at Perform Max. Shout out Lil John, all them.
Yeah.
Just having PT so much and just seeing the progression I made since I could barely, you know, hop around on crutches, barely walk upstairs, almost running, jogging, doing all that, just getting my quad back, my leg strength back. I mean, it's just really been a blessing. I mean, I'm glad I'm able to progress.
I know I saw a video here and there, you know, and talking to your parents. And just kind of wanting to understand what was going on there. And I mean, it's unreal. You know, the strides you've made since April, well, the end of April for real.
Yeah.
So pretty much May, so what is it, 2-3 months now?
It's
Not
been
even?
14 weeks, so I'd say 3 months, 3.5 months. Almost.
So 3.5 months, and you're out here, you're walking, you're going through therapy, you're bending, you're doing all the stuff you got to do. I know obviously that's just tremendous for you, but obviously for your teammates and everybody to see. So I would hope that did not bother your recruiting because things happen in the game. Obviously you didn't break your leg to the point where you'll never be able to walk, run, or throw again. So obviously there is a future for you in sports. Has that been any fall off or anything as it came to recruiting?
Recruiting wise, the injury kind of took a toll on my recruiting a little bit. It definitely slowed down, and being that the surgery was right before all the summer camps and all that summer workouts for colleges, it kind of hurt because I couldn't go out there and showcase my talent. What I was going to do coming my senior year, you know, coaches, they think you lie about your height and weight, saying I'm 6'5", but when they really see that, I want them to see that this summer. But it kind of hurts. Definitely slowed down my recruiting, and it's been tough. But I'm gonna try to come back from it.
Well, there's 2 things. First, you're not gonna try. You're coming back. So that's the first thing. He's coming back. Period. Second thing, I want to know a little more, if you don't mind, because I know obviously you don't want to be messy. That's not the thing we out here to do. But what types of schools were looking at you, and then talk about where you are as far as maybe what schools are still looking at you.
So most of y'all know my first offer was UNLV back home West Coast. Shout out UNLV.
And are they still around?
Yes, they are. UNLV.
Who's the coach? Who's the coach?
Coach Arroyo. Coach from Oregon.
Coach Arroyo. Hey, we appreciate you
for
being a real one and staying true to what you
yes, sir.
offered it. So thank you for that.
Before the injury, I had ECU and UMass. ECU kind of stopped because they wanted to see me, but then the injury, so they kind of used that as an excuse.
Right.
But still love that place. UMass kind of, the coach who recruited me left. He's at the Raiders now.
Right.
So that kind of fell off. But yeah, those are the 3 offers I had.
They still have UMass and ECU still have your tape. And
yep.
And you can't say this obviously, but I can because I've already played. ECU, I don't think you guys won enough games where you don't need a great quarterback. So I'm just gonna leave that there for all y'all fans of Greenville, because I know Greenville, you need fiber internet and you also need a quarterback. So let's get on both of those. And then you have other big schools, because you're a name here in the triangle. So I can't imagine that UNC hasn't offered you or shown any sort of interest. Oh.
Yeah, about that one.
Come on, coach. What are you doing? He's in your backyard.
My boy.
Excuse me for squeaking. I told you I was at a wedding, but come on. I mean, we got UNC ties. Mom, TJ.
Coach Croc, all them, my boys.
I mean, come on.
Tyler J. Brown, this is my guys.
Thank you. He's friends with 2 of your defense. Like, come on. He plays ball with Tyler. And then J. Brown is his man's. Is your man's, right? Is his man's. Right. And then here you guys are. You know, you just want him to waltz around, same height as all of them. You guys want him to walk around. They're offered and he's not. Doesn't make sense. But here's the solution. All about solutions. There is a quarterback battle going on in Chapel Hill. I'm sure we've all read the paper. We know that that's happening. One thing we can do about that quarterback battle is we can make sure we have plenty of people to compete for that job. I know there might be another quarterback in Charlotte, but I'm always feeling like iron sharpens iron. You know, as one man sharpens another.
Always.
And the only way that we're going to get to the pinnacle at Carolina is if we bring in more top talent, especially underdogs such as yourself, who really has that gear. Yep. But, you know, things have happened. So, Carolina, y'all, let's go. Get on the ball. Who else? Talk to me.
Virginia Tech, they had some interest in me. South Carolina, Tennessee, until they got their guy. Back home, UCLA, tried to get that connection. I love UCLA. Oregon, Coach Kenny Dillingham, he was at FSU. He's now at Oregon. They got their guy too. Washington, Cal, trying to get that. You know, that's their alma mater. I'm trying to follow the tradition. She in the Hall of Fame there.
Cal is his mom and dad.
Mom and dad. That's where they met.
And mom, so parents are Cal alum. Scholarship athletes at Cal.
Scholarship athletes.
They met there, so this is a beautiful thing. This is American dream right here. This is finding love and intelligence in sports. This is what we all are about. Brings families together. And you mean tell me that they use mom for her talents? Pops down there, you know, doing his thing, tackling folk, or blocking with all the things you do in football. And then you have a 6'5". I mean, Mr. can do it all. And they just figure, well, we're just going to skip a generation. No, you're not going to skip a generation, Cal. Figure it out. People, he's not dead. Like, I don't understand the issue here, but, it's evident. He's at a high level. If there's one thing that we can all, you know, you do math, common denominators. One thing we can all say is you don't just list a bunch of Division 1A schools at the Power 5 level and know the coaches and know where they are and know what their next job is and know what their last job was if you're not invested in this. The boy, it's his life.
Ron Rivera, they connection. You got connections with them, parents. Ron Rivera talked to Cal about me. Riverboat Ron, a.k.a. Cam, a.k.a. 15-1, 2015, Super Bowl.
Trey
Ron.
Boston, I need you to talk to Riverboat. He drafted you, so I need you and Riverboat to talk about my dog, because this don't make sense either. I'm sorry I keep cutting you off,
You
brother.
good, you good.
But the more you talk, the more mad I get because I can't understand how a talent like you is still out here. But
struggle, but
okay, so again, we talk about solutions.
mm-hmm.
So you know you want to play, you want to stay in the area if you can.
If I could, yes.
If you can, okay, so your family, your brother, everybody can come watch and holler at you. Okay, but now we got to tell them what they're getting. Because we'll show them what they're going to get here in a second, just a little sample. But tell them what they're going to get when they offer you.
They're going to get a complete player, a player that's going to work hard, know what everybody's going to do, know what needs to be done to get to that level that everybody wants to be at. And they're just going to get a winner. I mean, y'all know what it is. I mean, we took the team for a state championship in basketball, not state champions, but state championship in basketball. 4th round, farthest Panther Creek has been in football playoffs. Last 2 years, actually. Lost to Myers Park last year. But, I mean, I'm just a winner. I just want to win. I want everybody to win, want the team to succeed. That's really all I'm about. And everything else that comes with it, all the accolades and stuff, that comes with winning. If you win, it comes with it. Yep.
For sure. And that's what you want in your quarterback.
Yep.
You want somebody who cares for the betterment of everybody else. I'm selling you short, forget just quarterback. You said state championship as well in basketball. You had the chance to be there as well. So everywhere you go, it seems winning follows. It seems you can find ways to get guys to buy in. So here's the tough part, and this is the thing I want to hear from you maybe, and you can talk to your teammates here as well. What can they expect from you this season? Because this season is going to be like be unlike any other football or basketball seasons you've had. So you have to find ways to impact the game, but from your street clothes. So how have you even thought that far through, or have you already even gotten started with helping change games or change the outcome of this season for your team now?
Well, wherever I'm at for my senior season, I'm just gonna help the team camaraderie, everybody be together. I'm gonna know what needs to be done. Everybody from every position as a quarterback, you got to know the mental side of it, the film, the preparation. You just got to know everything. So I'm gonna help everybody just try to uplift their game, even if I'm from the sideline talking to them. So just being another voice.
Coaching.
Yep.
And here's what I want to challenge. I'm gonna put this on tape too, because I'm gonna follow up. Me and Nick might come out to a practice or whatever, but we're gonna follow up and see if we hold you to this. But I want to see if maybe you're in the huddle still. Maybe you're not calling the play because somebody else has to do that, but maybe you're listening. Maybe you're critiquing your receivers, right? It's all the things that you've been doing. It's just now it's a different level of attention to detail, so to speak. It's a different level of going out there and stepping outside yourself, which you've already been doing. But yeah, I challenge you to do that part, because as soon as you do that part, next year when you take that step to the next level, it's just reinforcing all the things that you just mentioned, the film, the leadership, the camaraderie, all those things. And obviously I think it would help the team, period. You're that person. I think people want to be around you. I think people want to get to know who you are and want to know what's going on in your mind. I think you have plenty to give to folks. So without further ado, because you're going to be on the football game, I think that's cool. I was on a video game once. I don't know if Pops was. He should have been. But talk about what your guy's going to look like. He'll probably be like 5'9". He'll be 6'5". But what is your quarterback? I mean, you compared to Cam, so obviously he'll look similar to that. But what can we expect from that guy's throw power and agility and things?
Before we get into the attributes, I'm always the drippiest player on the field, so my player gonna be custom cleats.
And y'all see the kicks.
Y'all see the kicks.
Peep the kicks.
You see them.
Big Maxes.
Air Max 90s, you know what I'm saying?
Smooth
La Familia.
Nike dry fits on. It's the simple things.
My player gonna be drippiest, visor.
Big deuce. Okay.
Big deuce. You see the chain, arm sleeve, leg sleeve, top tier cleats, all that. Towel. But attribute wise, I got to get stronger. I know I got to get stronger. As being a slim guy, skinny, strong guy, I got to get stronger. So I'm going to say my throw power, I say 90, 91 for now.
Ooh, off the jump?
Yeah.
91 throw power?
Yeah.
And as a slim guy?
As a slim guy, 10 weeks out, I was throwing here. I got up to 62. 62. 10 weeks out of surgery, 62. I was throwing 62 in the air. So I say that's my throw power for now.
That's a big arm. That's a big arm, fellas. Ladies and germs at the crib, and I say germs because I know y'all ain't wash your hands.
Mask up.
My man, mask up. My man just threw 62, and understand that he can't put into it what he really wants to.
Yeah, nah.
And he's throwing 62 on a carry. This isn't a bounce for 15. This is 62 on a carry. So,
62.
And then talk about just on field real quick. What can I, if I click that team, and I'm gonna say UNC, I feel like you'll be on UNC.
Okay,
We're gonna put that in the atmosphere and see what comes back.
I like that.
So if you're on UNC and we're playing against NC State, because we're gonna just, just head right over them. So what are your stats looking like in that game if I'm using you at quarterback?
Usually I'm gonna say we're gonna throw the ball a lot. We'll find with the running.
Yeah,
the running will come, but
we'll open it up. They'll drop back.
Yeah,
sure.
we like to throw it. We like to throw it around here. So I'm gonna say 28 for 34. 5 TDs.
Whew.
I had a few turnovers this year, so I'll say 1 interception. Just one.
Just one.
Just 1 interception.
Tip balls get caught. That wasn't your fault.
Yep.
That was me. That's my fault. That's my fault.
I say 365, and I say 78 yards for 2 rushing touchdowns. 78 rushing yards.
Casual running. We got to save the knee, for goodness sakes. What y'all
Can't run too much. Can't run too much.
And that's what I love about you. I love the attitude. I love, there's no cutting corners. We know what we're going to get. Y'all already heard it. He's the swaggiest dude on the field. Always. And it makes sense. The boy rocking the Franco right now. And a lot of y'all ain't know that. And good box chain ain't never did nothing for you. It's durable. That's what you need on the field. I got you, big dog. But I feel like we covered everything. Actually, no. Because it's one thing to have football. It's one thing to have this opportunity. But I think you have a different level of thinking. So real quick, talk about what's coming after football.
After football, I think I want to do some type of business, maybe, but definitely some coaching. While I was out with Garner Road AAU team, I was on the sideline before surgery coaching. And players always said they love me coaching. They love, since I knew everything, what everybody's supposed to do, they love my IQ that I bring to the game and the coaching, that coaching aspect of it. And, mom's a coach. She's been all over, so trying to follow her footsteps in coaching. Dad's been my personal coach, my upbringing. So, just trying to coach, just pass my knowledge on to the next generation. That's definitely something I think about doing in the future.
I thought you might say that because it just seems to fit. And then I'm glad you said some form of business, because the sports world, after we leave high school and even nowadays, is becoming a business. And I'm glad you said that, because why not? Why not turn your brand after sports, all the knowledge? It's not even just something where you can just do football.
Yep.
You know basketball. You know baseball.
Yep.
Maybe you bring the first true personal training, fitness facility, whatever that looks like, directly or dedicated strictly for student athletes to this area, or maybe back home or whatever. And maybe that's a full encompassing thing where we have a student portion and an athlete portion, where you coaching guys because you've been through it. You know what it takes in the classroom. You wouldn't even be out here without it. I know mom already knows what the requirements. Dad knows the requirements. Little brother over here shaking his head like, Lord, I got to go through it.
They don't play that.
They don't, and that's the thing I think that you can definitely pass on. And then obviously, coaching is part of you. It's a part of you. But it's cool that you've thought that far, because a lot of people think that, as you've seen, it all's gonna stop eventually, and you never know when that time is. But again, I have nothing else for you personally, except for these schools got to do right. And the reason I say that is because, as a parent watching this, I have 2 sons. Or spoiler alert, I got 1 son, another one on the way. So we're gonna be having a football team, doing a thing. We're gonna have star athletes all through the triangle. But the biggest thing is in doing that, I couldn't imagine going through what you're having to go through right now. But it's so eye-opening to hear a lot of the schools, that we all grow up accustomed to wanting to go to. To hear that the main thing they teach and preach is, oh, hey man, something happened to you, we got your back. something happened to you, we're going to be here. Don't worry about it. We're going to take care of you. We're going to make sure you do right by you. And then to hear, you know, that you've having to, shout out to UNLV again, but to hear that you haven't been having that for the most part. You know, it's been, you know, from ACC schools, you know, giving false promises, coming, you know, hey, come throw for me. Oh, well, y'all know I can't throw. So give me something else. Give me something else. So here's what we'll do. I'll get out here. You spin me the rock. Since they feel like you don't know if you can throw, well, I'm sure if you watch somebody throw in sneakers, and I'm sure if you watch a man spin this thing on a dime, on a rope, on time, everything in sneakers, there should be no more questions. Because the film is done. I don't know what else you need to see. I mean, ain't nothing you gonna do this year that you ain't already did besides add more numbers. And your numbers last year are still better than where a lot of these kids' numbers are gonna try to be this year. Men lie, women lie.
I just do my part, you know. That's what they say at NC Central. Do your part. DYP, do your part. That's all I do. Do my part.
Do your part. Control what you can control. Let God take it from there. I tell you what.
Sure, always.
Proverbs 3:4-6. Y'all go ahead and look that up. Lean not on your own understanding, people. And with that, brother, I'm gonna go get stretched because Lord knows I'm gonna need to stretch. And we go figure out if we can spin this rock a little bit, and we'll go from there. But other than that, sign off. Tell these folks what it's about. Give them your best. I'm gonna be back here doing my background dancing. And
Amari Odom.
You do you.
All access AO, you know, 2 checking out. Thank you for TJ. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Nick, coming out here interviewing me. Shout out to my moms, pops, Trajan. Shout out Panther Creek, you know, the set. You know, we out. Peace.
Shout out Panther Creek. I give you and you give Panther Creek a shout out. You know we got turmoil.
Hey.
You know this. You saw what your boy said to me last time? Yeah. I should hit you because I know you can't do nothing back. No, I'm playing. I like it. Yeah, that's a good ball. I'm sorry, I know I got a little candid just now, but I just like that one. Magic Johnson. You know, Magic.
Coming back home.
Like, so you know
come back home. Come back home in my day. You know. Had to represent.
Yeah.
No.
Noah Rogers cannot run routes better than me. I'm just kidding, Noah. No, I'm not. On press, what are you doing?
Off press, I'm reading the outside backer. If you crash down, hit you in that little window.
Is your timing gonna be the same on press?
No, I'll just carry the fake a little bit longer.
He's giving me time to work.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, it's riding a bike. It's riding a bike. He gave me that one. We was going to strike the band after that. Oh, yeah. And we can only do this because the quarterback throws such a great ball. Jeez. I'm going to go press this time. Ooh.
Quick feet.
Oh. He threw me low and away. I like it. You saw a safety or something?
Yeah.
Saw the backer?
Had to put it in there.
I like it. Throw it away. Took an inside release, which should tell you what, I'm probably in there a little quicker than I should be. So, give me a chance.
Mm-hmm.
How did you give me a chance?
Put it in there.
Throw it low and away so I can catch it and get down and protect myself. Play a little longer.
Adjustments. Trying to get used to it. Trying to get used to it. Gotta adjust.
Game reps?
Yep.
How deep do y'all run y'all's curls?
I say 10 to 8. We run comebacks 15, 12.
Yeah.
But we run curls about 10 to 8.
Yeah. 10 to 8 what you want?
Yeah.
Got you.
Feeling good. Knee feeling good.
I would say some explicitives, but high school OT might cancel me. But that ball looked good. It was spinning like a big. Whoa! All right, get one more.
Little wobbly. I go 3-step or read, and then go to you. Next ball will go to you. Say go. Say go.
Yeah. Nice. Look at Pop showing out. He coming out of retirement just for y'all.
Little trash talk out the line, you know. If the D-line talking a little trash, you know, you gotta check him real quick. See if a linebacker blitzing. You know, check.
Oh, yeah.
Check.
Oh yeah. Boy got the Magic Johnson jersey on. I gotta do.
Back up, and go this way. No, back up this way and go that way.
Told you that boy Magic said.
Magic, no look. Say go.
Oh, Pop.
He dropped it.
Oh,
He dropped it.
Pop.
He messed up the
You
clip.
had one job.
And he messed up the clip. That was a no look.
Hey, let me
Y'all
tell
seen
y'all
it.
this too.
Y'all seen it.
Pop was paid to tackle.
That was a no look. I was looking that way.
Same.
Yeah.
That catches icing on the cake. But see, that's a PBU for Pop. You know what I'm saying? It's a PBU. Who's your favorite receiver on your team?
Oh, my team?
Who's your and nobody take offense to this, because we all know if you play for Panther Creek, you know who he throwing the rock to 90% of the time. Maybe not 90, more like 75. But who's that kid? Who was your leading receiver last year?
3,000 receivers.
Oh, heavens.
I think my leading was probably Bradley. Shout out for Bradley. But you know, I had Sergio and Jesse at E11. I had them two. So we had 3 receivers that can get it done.
So is one of them coming back?
Bradley and Sergio is coming back next year.
Coming back, okay. Bradley, Sergio, y'all can't run routes better than me. Okay, that's all I wanted.
He said it. That's
all I wanted.
I just get y'all the ball. He said it. Got there.
That's 2.
It's a catch.
Why practice for college? Why practice for college? Why practice for high school? We got bigger dreams than that. Get 2 down. Thank you, QB. I like the ball high and away. Only I can get it. I love it. It's easy. Throw it to a spot. You know what that cuts out? Every time your receiver change, you know, don't matter. Throw it to a spot. You can let your mom run it, he can run it, Nick can run it, Pops can run it. As long as you throw to that spot, if we not there, it's our fault.
Always learn something.
On time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pop! Ooh!
Yeah. Watch this.
Oh, watch this. Come on, TJ!
To the crib.
Ah! No, I wasn't a punter.